Okay, so welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to start, by looking at market structure, what Mr. Bitcoin is doing here. And quite frankly, this is just pretty obvious right now. Like we have seen this before. We have seen exactly like this before. We last saw this at that was at 20 when Bitcoin went to 25k. That was here. So if we move on to the daily time frame, we will see that clearly. That was here. This structure here, that is the same thing that we are looking at right now, this structure. So it's exactly the same thing. Yes, it's exactly the same thing, and even this can also be seen as the same, and we keep having them over and over and over. Now in the bull market we will have stuffs like this, just inverted, so they will look more like this. So they will be bullish continuation patterns. Now we are looking at bearish continuation patterns, and most of them are just either just bear pennants or bear flags. Those are what we are going to continue to see until we descend to 3k. Well, that's where I think the bear market could actually hit a bottom. Now, by the way, if you want to know, I think we should just talk about that later. When could the charts actually show that we have gone into a bull market? You'll just have to come here because the bull market will be indicated by a monthly candle. Now keep in mind that we have an undervalued stochastic here on the monthly. All right, so if we come to the monthly candle here and we zoom out like so, this is right here at 2019 and this is here at 2018. So you see that before the start of every bull market, the monthly candle closes above the trend line like so. It's the same thing here. This monthly candle is closing above trend line here, and here we also need a candle, a monthly candle, to close above that trend line. Anytime that this will happen, we would have seen the bottom and we will be going into a massive bull run, because it takes a lot more time, for a monthly candle to close. So yeah, now also note that if price continues to go to 3k like so, it is actually getting closer to that trend line. Yeah, because it's not just dropping right down like so, it's going like so. So the farther it goes to the downside, the more the closer it gets to the trend line. So yeah, so if it actually goes to 3k, it will be very close to that trend line if it is following the same trend that we see here. Now we note that this right here, even this is also a bear flag, even this is a bear flag here. So we note that if price is going in bearish continuation patterns, which will be either bear pennants or bear flags, or maybe double tops, but double tops will mean that we rally first. All right, so but if we are following bear pennants, bear flags, that will mean that we are always following structures that look like so. So we drop, we have say a channel or a symmetrical symmetrical triangle, and we can also drop and we have an ascending or rising wedge like so. But all the time it keeps going in this direction like so. So as we continue to do that, we will be getting closer to this trend line here. This is just a reminder, because when we would have seen the bottom, a lot of people are going to believe that this is going to zero. Like everyone will think this is going to zero, but not us here, not us on this channel, because we have been tracking this for a very long time, and it will become obvious to us that we have not, that it is not going to zero, and it is just the beginning of a new era. So let's go to the 4 hourly, ladies and gentlemen. If we go to the 4 hourly, we will first of all, which I have always been talking about, is to have your stochastic RSI. Now my team and I are trying to develop an indicator, for all of us, not for free, not paid indicator, just so that this is more readable to the average person, because when someone sees this, it's just a bit more, many people won't understand what is happening here. So we will develop an indicator that actually changes color. So it's just one line that is changing color here. With respect to when the blue line is crossing the yellow line here, that will change the color of that one line. I think that will be cool for all of us. It's just something that I think we can develop, and it will be nice for all of us. Now, who is in the comments? I want to know how many people are watching right now. How many people? Oh, we have 23 people watching. Okay, cool. All right, so we can begin. Yes. Hello Skato. Hello David. Hello CV2E. Hello hello, who is there? Only 3 people are commenting. What's going on? All right, so let's begin now. First of all, we can see the drop here. Yes, now after a drop, a consolidation, we know that is that is showing that bears are in control. So when you have a drop like so and you have consolidation, you know that bears are in control. For bulls to be in control, this price action will need to break out from here and head up to here. Now, when that actually surpasses the previous consolidation here, then you know that bulls have taken over. Your idea of a bear market, or say the bottom not being in, will have to change if you do see something like this. Even on lower time frames, your idea of being bullish or bearish should change if you see price drop and then comes back, surpasses the previous support right here. That is literally telling you that bulls have taken over the show. But so far, bears have been winning in this whole scenario. They have been winning. And so we have to, partner up with them. We cannot, we don't want to be the guy who is just like, oh, I think it's going to go to this. Oh, Bitcoin just went to 17K. I saw that coming. But I think it's still going to drop before going back up again. I understand what BTC is doing here. And I know this fractal. All right. So, and even if it goes up, if it finally goes up, like far up, I will short it. Yeah, because this candle here is the same, this same candle here, this is the same kind of candle, these 2 candles. And sometime I'll actually take some time to explain what I think about these types of candles. When this right here broke to the upside, I expected this retracement here. This is where I was talking about long position and stuff, where I think that was really just like our last win in the Discord group and stuff. All right, so first of all, we can see our drop here. Now, we are trying to find a fractal after that drop. After this consolidation, like what is this forming here? But we can just easily take from down here, that's the lowest part of this here, and we try to respect the price action as much as possible. So we are trying to respect the close of this candle, the close of the next candle. That's what we are trying to respect with our trend line. Now, according to the law of trend lines, you want price to hit it 3 times. You want price to mark that trend line as support at least 3 times before you can trade off of it. If it's only 2 times, you have a very bad situation there. Now, on top of the trend line or below, you will want it to hit 3 times, and the last part could be like 2 times. That is very probable. So we have this trend line rising here like this. So we can also put it from down here. If we put like so, we will have it happening now here. So yeah, now you will see that the trend line is actually just being hit 2 times by the close up here. I hope everyone can see what we're doing. Hello, hello, thank you. Hello from Slovenia. Wow. Hello. Bastian Papik. Some of you have very funny names. I can't even read a lot of them. Frank Bamber. That's a cool name, actually. Sounds like you are from the movies. Hello, Kevar. Hello. All right. So that is what we are looking at here. Yes. Now, there is some other thing that I was just looking at this morning that spans like so. This is what I was looking at. So this is what I would actually consider to be my thesis here. This. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a bear pennant in front of us. Now, from the rules again of ascending or descending wedges, or ascending trend lines and stuff, what you have to understand is a rising wedge's target is the bottom of the wedge. A descending wedge's target is the top of the descending wedge. So this is a rising wedge, which is bearish. A descending one will be bullish. All right. So, and that is easily it is even worse when you see this, and when you see this and you have a bearish divergence. Now, a bearish divergence will simply mean that as it continues to rise, the momentum is decreasing. That is telling you that the drop could come very sharp. It could be very sharp drop. We can find a lot of examples here. I think even from here we can get this. This is higher than the next one here. Then you have the drop. You can find it a lot of the times. You always see these bearish divergences and bullish divergences. So what our first target will be here, what we are looking at first of all is that this rising wedge was built over the period of 19 days. This is like 19 days. So it has been broken to the downside, which is what I have been waiting for a very long time. Now, what we would want here is a daily candle below the trend line. The 4-hourly candle is good enough. Actually, you could literally short this here, but you will need a bigger portfolio, and you'll have to do that with a little part of your portfolio for it to not consume, come and stop you out or anything like that. For you to be safe, you'll have to do that with maximum like 5% of your portfolio for you to enter a short at current prices. Now, we can also see that this right here is the higher high to this one. So higher low, sorry, to this one here. This is another higher low. So a good confirmation of this target here is price breaking this higher low here. All right, so higher highs and higher lows confirm say an upward an uptrend, and lower lows and lower highs confirm a downtrend. But when price breaks below the highest low here, it is indeed reversing the entire trend. So that will be a guarantee for you to come back here, pretty much guaranteed. You will not have to care about FTX, maybe they came or this guy sold other Bitcoin. No. All of that does not matter when you're looking at this and it gets confirmed. Because it simply will happen. You can go through the charts. On every chart you will see what I am talking about. That's the same thing happening here. It broke below the previous low here, and you have it coming down, and it will finally come back to this target here. I mean, you can see it a lot of the times. Look at it happening here. Here we even have we had a bearish divergence on the daily time frame, I believe. Here, and we had a bearish pin bar pattern somewhere around here on the daily time frame, and then it plummeted to the downside. Now, when price does break this and come down here, it will of course be confirming the bear pennant if it closes a daily candle below the support here. It is the same thing, and that is where I think we will have like a consolidation if price does come down here. It will really just be a miracle that it just suddenly drops to 13k or something. It's the same thing that happened here, because this already was marked as support. This is the June lows, yes. So when price comes down here, normally if it closes a daily candle below this, it means it has broken the previous support here. breaking that previous support will indeed ignite this pattern. It will ignite this pattern here, this the bear pennant. All right, it will ignite, it will initiate, or say activate this bear pennant here, and the target for that bear pennant is this one. We can just go right to the daily time frame now, and we see if that holds true. All right, so we are on the daily time frame. We have the bear pennant here, we have the ascending channel there, and we take this like so, and we put like so. So we have our ascending trend line there. Now to get where the bear pennant, the pole of the bear pennant is coming out from here, we have to put this like so, and then we can just take this like so readily and put here. All right, if we take that and put where it broke out of the bear pennant, it should be giving us the target where price actually bounced off of here. Yeah, it should give us this target, and that is where price came down to before retracing back to the upside. Now my thesis was that price will actually come back to here, maximum here at 18.7k. 18.7k was the highest support here. The rest were fake outs. So if we take this from here, our horizontal line here, and we put that will be 18.7k, and this is where I thought price will come, you know, before getting deflected back to the downside. That's what I thought. Now, but as the 4-hourly candle broke down from here, that is where I really became you know, I started to think that we are just going to plummet from here. So my thoughts in the moment is that, and this is something that you can just do by yourself, it's not really, you don't really need another person to do it for you, is that the targets here is like so. So from here to here, this is your first target. Actually, your first target is at $16.4 thousand. Your second target is from here to here at $16,000, exactly at $16,000. So this is your second target. So target one will be 16.4 for this drop that is coming down here. The second target will be exactly at $16,000, and the third target will be this one, $15.9 thousand. That's your third target. Now, since this right here is the bottom, this right here is the bottom, that will be your ultimate target for this breakdown right here. Now note that I am using the bodies for this illustration, so those are your targets for this drop. Let's put that in. We have this here, next one is here, and the next one is here. Now also, when price meets its target, it will reverse back to the upside. Most of the times when it meets its target, it reverses back to the upside. That's the same thing that we saw here. When it meets its target, it will easily reverse back to the upside. I think that was here, yes? No, that was not it. Or where was it? Was it this one? I thought we drew this on Instagram when I was having my live on Instagram. Was it this one? Yes, it was this one. When it meets this target, it will reverse back to the upside, and that is exactly what we will see here. However, I still think this will go up back to here. You know, that will be somewhere around 17.1k. I think it's going to go somewhere around there before coming back to the downside. Hello, good morning. Hello. All right, yeah. So pretty much that is what I am expecting here. Now we have to pay close attention to the 4-hourly stochastic here also, because we can see that as price continues to drop here, the sellers are actually losing momentum. Yeah, because the stochastic is going to the downside. That's a bullish divergence there. If you see the stochastic going to the downside while price is just dropping, that's not so bullish. That's not so bearish. Yeah, you could easily see a reversal there. You actually just want the momentum to increase all the time, because if price is going up and momentum is dropping, it means that's a bearish divergence. It means that that can reverse at any moment. Now let's try to see if we can use the Fibonacci and get some key values here that we can depend on. So we are looking for values for the drop. Now, all right, so we want to take from where this broke, this fractal right here, and that is where it broke. So we are looking from this break here. Now we will use this wick here because it's exactly at that breakdown. So we will take from the wick like so to the lowest part of this, and since we are looking for the drop, we want to take the highest high here, but this will not be it now, will it? We want to take the second swing high here. Second swing high, will it be this one? No, it will be this one. If we take this swing high here, this one, and let's see the values that we will get from that. If we take that one, we will find that the 0.618 fib retracement will just be at the bottom. Of the entire fractal. Let's see where the 1.618 will be at $10,000. So this could actually lead to 10K. If price does not bounce off of the 0.618 here and does not bounce off of the 0.786, we are headed for 10K. It's that simple. Yeah, because this is free fall. This right here, this will just be free fall if price was not to bounce off of any of these zones here. This will be free fall. And let's see what the target of this pennant will be. The target of the pennant will be from here to here. So that's the bottom of the pennant. Yes, the lowest close of the pennant right here. This lowest close here, we take from there to there. That's from the top. So this highest open here to the lowest candle close here. If you put it on the green candle, it will be the open, but we put it on the red candle here because it's actually, yeah, green or red, and we are on it. And so we can take from there and put here where it broke out of the fractal. Let's see what we get from that. It will put us at $13,000, exactly at $13,000. Now this is taken from the 4-hourly time frame. It will put us at exactly $13,000, but the problem with that actually is $13,000 is at free fall, so 13K will not hold. 10K will hold. 10K will hold. Because coming down here, this is just free fall. There's no support here. Nothing. It's just going to drop. So this is a real problem. But I think it should hold somewhere around here. I don't think it's just going to go right through this. I mean, like, I would be very happy. Of course, it will make me a lot of money, but I don't think it's just going to go right through it. I think it's going to retrace at least somewhere here. These are very powerful key zones here. We can see even here that this 0.382 held price here. Like literally, you can see it holding here. You can see it doing that here. Yes, and we can also see that the 0.5. And this is how you get to know if your fibs are, placed right. You have to find price closing, literally holding it. It's like it knows that there are some lines here that I shouldn't cross. It doesn't want to go to jail or something. Anyway, jokes aside. So yeah, and you can find price coming down here at the 0.618, and it's bouncing right off of it. So I do think price, if price actually comes down here, we will find it, because there are a lot of key zones here that price will need to respect. Price will first need to respect the first target of this drop, which will be here. The first target, which will be here at 16.4. We think price will bounce off of that, and if it does bounce, it will be going back for the 0.8328. 382 will be here at the previous higher low here. Yes, so the previous higher low here, that will be the resistance now when price does come down here. If and of course, I don't think that's just going to go back up, because it would have broken the entire structure. The structure of the trend was an uptrend. Breaking this region already confirmed a downtrend. So it's just going to go right down. And going right down is where we are targeting. We are targeting actually 16K here, because that is the second target for the fractal. The second target of the fractal, and our last target will be the bottom of the wedge itself. But yeah, to be safe, we could close in profits somewhere around 16K here. That is what I think could happen. Yeah, if price does close down here and close down here, then we are indeed headed for the 1.618 at 10K. That will just be the ultimate doom for it. Now, if we go to the 3-day time frame over on Binance, now this is my map. Yeah, if you have been following up for some time, then you will know this map. Yeah, so here I have mapped out, BTC's journey through time and space, and this is where I come to, do a bit of kind of reflection, I would say, try to predict the future. Indeed, I don't know why I put this here. So by my fractal here, I think BTC will go to $247,000. Call me crazy. I mean, I'm very happy for anyone to call me stupid, but as I explained before, the lower BTC goes to the downside, the more it will go to the upside. That's simply how cup and handle patterns are formed. If you have a cup and handle fractal that looks like so, yes, you first have your cup. Your cup in the first place is a rounding bottom pattern. The retracement of that cup, which is most likely maybe 50%, or say the 0.618 to the downside, is like this. This is your cup and handle pattern. What's the target for this? The target for this is the handle and the cup. So if this cup went lower than this, the target becomes higher when it breaks the neckline here. And when BTC continues to go to the downside, I see it as good news, because I know exactly what it's going to do if it ever goes back up. If your cup looked like so, you will have a longer target, a higher target to the upside. Yes, so basically I see all of this, the downside targets and stuff, as good news, because that is telling me that we could have a mega bull run. As I've been saying, I believe BTC is just being tested. BTC is just being tested all this while. Since its inception, BTC has never been in a recession. It has never been in a period of war. It has never been through a pandemic. It has not been through all of these things. And I think when BTC actually comes out, like the victor of all of this as the true source of value, a lot of people are going to flock to it. Now, as we continue to have a lot of, mishappenings in crypto, like Mr. Sam Bankman-Fried, who stole people's money, basically, that is calling for regulation. Now, regulation will also not only come with a scrutiny, but they will come and make it in a way that after crypto is regulated, it will cause big money, or say big institutions, to want to venture into crypto, because it will be a regulated asset. There will be laws, basically. It is a bit difficult, and I think it will really be difficult for a decentralized form of money to be regulated, because that's basically the essence of it being decentralized. It's so that anyone can do what he wants. It's free. It's democracy, you might say. Another key thing so regulation is an extremely positive thing for crypto. Another thing that I think will be good for crypto actually will be war. If there is war, the governments are going to print a lot of money. The value of money is going to go down. BTC is going to go up. Another thing that I also think could be extremely bullish for BTC, and this is very, very underlooked upon, is the launching of CBDCs. Now, CBDCs could be anywhere around 2028, maybe, for some countries anyway. Some have already begun rolling out their CBDCs. I think Nigeria has started that. What other country? I think they even limited the amount of money you can purchase. Another thing that I think could be insanely bullish for crypto, and this is unorthodox because no one is saying it in that way. No one really thinks it could be bullish. The other day, I think that was like yesterday. That was yesterday, I believe. I was having a class with my premium members, and it just came to me that if governments have their CBDCs, yes, so central bank digital currencies, they can basically control what you can do with your money. That's basically what they will be able to do. Yes, they will be able to do everything. So you don't really have control over your own money, because they will limit what you can buy and what you cannot buy. First off, that will make people, the government is just a group of people, small group of people who are voted by the larger group of people, or say the majority, to control them. This is the awakening. This is where people are going to start waking up. Like, why you guys are like 5 and we are like 1,000? Why should you tell us what to do and what not to do? Yes, and so we now have our own currency which we can use. We have bestowed value upon this currency. Money literally has no value. It's made from nothing. It's based on nothing. So is crypto. Yes, so is crypto. It's based on nothing, but it is the word of the people versus the word of the government. The government is like 5. People are like 1 million. So whose word is maybe has more power here? The people, of course. So that is bullish for crypto, because people are going to flock to the currency that they can control what they want to buy. I mean, if you and I have say a currency which we think, all right, let's all place value on this currency. It has a limited supply. We can all see transactions that happen live with this currency. We can do whatever we want to do with it. Will we want to choose what another person is giving us, or will we be choosing what we think is best for us? Of course, we will be choosing what we are in control. Yeah. CBDCs will mean that other countries will have to buy, say, products from, say, their say economic counterparts or something like that, using their own CBDCs. So it's unsafe for them. Imagine, as I was saying in the other session, imagine that China wanted to buy from, no, it's America always buying from China, or say another country wanted to buy from China, and China only wanted that they used their own currency. So it means that the other country that wants to buy from China will have to have the China CBDCs in store. Yes. So how sure are you that they will allow you to do what you want to do with it? How sure are you that you will not be limited, by their own currency, because they basically control what you can do with it? So I think countries are going to flock to one single currency which is transparent for everybody. That, if that is Bitcoin, which it's not like I'm saying it is Bitcoin, but I think Bitcoin is the only candidate here. There is no other candidate. It can't be ETH, it can't be gold, because, well, gold, you will have to transport gold. Gold, you can't send gold like a text message. So if it is BTC, it means that these countries will come together to secure the BTC network, because they know that is where they have common value. So that is good for us who are early adopters of this currency. It is a currency that we all are in control. You can become a Bitcoin miner. I can become a Bitcoin miner. We can all contribute to the security of the Bitcoin network. And so I think that is where there is, that's the center, of everything. Anyway, so that's just my longer term forecast. I think that will be good for crypto. Really, a lot of the things that people think is going to crash crypto, yeah, in the short term, it's going to bring a lot of fear, and people are going to sell. Well, they will sell to us. Yeah, so when that happens, it will be good for crypto, and I think in the long run all of this will be good. All of these predictions that I do here, the longer term predictions that I'm talking about, 3k, 7k, 9k, 12k, 11k, and I think the price cluster could be around here where you see my area of interest. This is between 9k to 12k. And also we have the 1.618 inside of that fractal. The 1.618 that we just looked at before, which was at 10k, yeah, that's the same 1.618 here at 10k, gotten from another pattern, this pattern. If we come here, that was on the 3-day time frame. On different time frames it will give you different values, but let's see how that will perform under daily. If we come here, here, no, on the daily, and we put here at 25k. See, on different time frames it will give you different values. So on the daily it's giving you somewhere around 5k, getting pretty close to my 3k. All right, so basically that's what we got for now. We are just going to witness Mr. Bitcoin plummet as soon as he closes the daily candle up here. Now I think this plummet is pretty much confirmed in my opinion, because the daily here is very, 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 very overvalued. I mean, it's been here for quite some time, and yeah, I do anticipate a drop here on the 3-day time frame. We can also see the cross here on the stochastic, this cross here, cross here on the 3-day time frame. So I do think it's going to plummet from there. If BTC comes down below here on the this support here, if it does come down at 15.9 to 15.7 here, which will be the ultimate target of this rising channel or rising wedge there, I will be looking at the 3-day. If the 3-day goes back to support there, then I will not be thinking that BTC will just plummet straight to 13k from there. But if it is at if it's not at support, when BTC does come down to here, if the 3-day time frame is not at support yet, then I will start considering that BTC could actually go to 13k, you know, for now. I don't know, let's look at the weekly if there is anything worthy to be seen there. Now the weekly candle here actually has a bearish engulfing pattern. Now bearish engulfing patterns on the weekly is what you don't want to joke with. They always lead to this. Yeah, they always do this. We did have this right here, and I was actually thinking that this could continue down here, but this switched bullish here. And the weekly stochastic, well, it still looks fairly bullish actually. Yeah, it looks fairly bullish actually for now. If it does have a cross, then that is our 13kq. We are going straight away. But this bearish engulfing pattern on the weekly, you can see what the effects of bearish engulfing patterns on the weekly. The same thing here. You will always, this is it, even back to the all-time high, you will always find them. Bearish engulfing patterns on the weekly is what you don't want to mess around with. They just bring about disaster. All right, so thanks so much for being here, you know, for this show. Yeah, so that is what we will be expecting for now. The ultimate for this right here is this 1.618 here, 1.618. If it is to go there to the 1.618, that will put the weekly in a very bearish scenario. That will easily hit the 7k 3k target. But I don't know, maybe this is not going to happen as soon as we all think. I still do expect a retracement to the upside here. Let's go back there. I still do expect a retracement to the upside because the bullish divergence here on the 4-hourly, this is a bullish divergence. Yes, it has broken the support here. It's going to go down for sure. For sure it is going to go down. So whatever thing that I will be seeing here, even if it tries to go back on top of this rising wedge here, I will still be shorting it. Yeah, that's for sure. So there is no magic here. For it to actually be safe, for it to, you know, go up and be safe from this peril, basically it will have to go above this swing high here. So that swing high would give you this. Yes, it will have to go above the swing high there. It will have to go above this swing high, which will be above the 0.786. That's at 18.1. If it does go above that, yeah, it is kind of safe. But we have an overvalued daily time frame. We have the 3-day time frame already switching bearish. We don't have any serious upside here. Really, we do not, unfortunately. All right, so thanks so much for being here. I will see you guys in the next video. The $45 limit withdrawals daily in Nigeria. Wow, it's really crazy how these governments, you know, they just decide everything. Really, they just decide everything. There is no, do you guys like this? Do you guys support this? They really just decide everything. Literally, you could just vote anyone, he goes to power and he decides literally everything. I mean, even, you know, the whole metrics stuff, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. They decide literally everything. They put limits on your own money. You worked for it. They put limits on your own money. It's terrible. It's really terrible. And the whole inflation thing, you and I have nothing to do with it. We did not, you know, print money. we did not cause any problems with Russia and Ukraine. You and I were not there, but we have to suffer for it. So it's terrible. I find it to be really terrible that we have to suffer for what other people decide. It's terrible. It's terrible. We were not in Russia. We did not do anything to Mr. Putin with his other guy in Ukraine. We had nothing to do with it, but we have to suffer for it. I mean, now winter and energy costs, that will be a serious problem also, because some countries will limit how much energy you can consume. So it's really going to be a problem. Miners will not be able to mine in some countries. And one of the things that I think could become a problem out of this is the network security, BTC network security. That is what, really brings some concern to my mind, because if the network security is compromised, yeah, that is real problem. Perhaps that is what is going to lead us to 3K, because when we talk about all these values, something will actually happen to push it to that price. It's not like it's just going to go there, from the sky. No, something will happen. We were talking about 15.7 here. We were talking about 20K. We were talking about 17.554. All of them did happen. We had real world events that followed up for this happening. So if we are looking at this chart here and we are pointing at 13K, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, something is going to happen to push it to this price, and it's not going to be good. It's really not going to be good. Some people are going to die before this happens. Some people are going to lose their jobs before this happens. Some people are just going to, I don't know, something will happen before this that we are seeing here happens, and it is going to happen. Simple. So also I was thinking of something the other day. I'm thinking of DAOs, because most of the problems that we face, it is because our society is run by just a minority of people. So I am thinking that in the future, people are going to want to contribute to decisions that are actually being made. If the United States decides to sanction Russia, you should have a say in it. I should have a say in it. Everyone should have a say in it. Why? Because it affects all of us. It does not, the US president, it will not affect him. He will still have his gas, he will still have his electricity, he will have everything. Yeah, so it does not really affect the elites, but it affects everyone else. So I'm thinking DAOs are could be the solution to this. Maybe in the short term it may not really be anything, but I think in the longer term future, when people, because Bitcoin is all about bringing power back to the people, I think a decentralized form of governance will also be a huge part of society, and that is what DAOs are going to play a huge role in. Just my thoughts anyway. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you in the next video, but until then, stay safe.